It's the Andy Griffith Show, Facts and Trivia, with your host, Bob Snap.
Hi, guys. Welcome to the Andy Griffith Show, Facts and Trivia. Thank you for being here. metv and TV Land, one or the other, just recently showed yesterday, Return to Mayberry. And I've seen in the comments where several of you were going to watch it. That's why I wanted to do this video today. It's 9 things you probably missed or didn't know about the reunion movie, Return to Mayberry. And we'll start with the original. Mayberry had been destroyed. In the 60s, filming of Andy Griffith Show took place on a 40-acre lot in Culver City, California, the hub for Desilu production. This is why you can spot similar Mayberry businesses and streets and other Desilu shows, such as Star Trek and Mission Impossible. However, in '76, the entire facility was demolished. That meant the production began to return to Mayberry a decade later, in 1986. New Mayberry needed to be constructed. Try to spot the differences. It's particularly noticeable in the closing shot when Andy and Barney raise the American flag on the street that stretched to the horizon. Judy Jetson was the voice of Aunt Bee. Frances Bobbier had retired from acting following her time on Mayberry RFD. In fact, she had moved to North Carolina, to a small town not far from the fictional Mayberry. Some claim that Bobbier did not reprise her role as Aunt Bee and returned to Mayberry for health reasons. She passed away 3 years later in '89. While others speculate she was merely not interested. Thus, Aunt Bee did not appear in the reunion movie, though her voice is heard. But it's actually Janet Waldo performing as Bee. You know the cartoon legend best as Judy Jetson, Pearl Slaghoople, Penelope Pitstop, Josie the Pussycat, and more. And she did physically appear in Mayberry too, in the Andy Griffith Show episode A Wife for Andy. Karen Knotts, daughter of Don, has a role in the movie. She continues to carry on his legacy of her father to this day, touring her one-woman comedy show. She also had a small resume of television roles, including early guest spots on 8 is Enough and One Day at a Time. And you can find her here in A Return to Mayberry as Opie's receptionist. Ron Howard's dad marries Barney and Thelma Lou. Indeed, Return to Mayberry is a family affair. Rance Howard was no stranger to the Andy Griffith Show, having been around the set often with his sons Ron, who played Opie, and Clint, who played Leon. You probably remember him best as the governor's driver in Barney and the Governor. He's also driving a bus in Cousin Virgil. Spot him in A Black Day for Mayberry and The Rumor, too. Barney switched to driving a Chevy. Ford supplied the Mayberry police cruisers in the original series. Sheriff Taylor's squad cars were always Ford Galaxy 500s. Well, after Andy moved to Cleveland, yep, that's the backstory in Return to Mayberry, town must have switched suppliers. Barney now drives a 1981 Chevy Malibu. It's just the 3rd time Goober and Gomer appear together. They may be cousins, but they are not as close as it seems when it comes to sharing the screen. Goober, played by George Lindsay, made his debut in the 1964 episode Fun Girls. You remember the scene, Judy, Judy, Judy. Surprisingly, this is the only time Gomer and Goober appear together on the Andy Griffith Show. A visit from Cousin Goober reunited the two again on Gomer Pyle USMC in 1965, and it last in Return to Mayberry. The cousins are closer than ever, running a gas station together. It was the final TV role and character for George Lindsay. Speaking of Goober, Return to Mayberry would prove to be television's swan song and character for actor George Lindsay. Well, there was one brief reprise in an unlikely place. Nashville Now was a talk show on the Nashville Network in the early 90s, and in 1991, an entire episode was devoted to the Andy Griffith Show, with the stars as guests. As the cast was in town for a reunion, Lindsay, Hal Smith, and Betty Lynn slipped into character for a short skit. He'd later make a couple of cameos as himself on Vicky and News Radio in the 90s. A certain Taylor child seems to be missing. Remember this baby? Samuel Taylor, child of Andy and Helen Taylor. He was first seen in Andy's Baby, an episode on Mayberry RFD. Opie's kid brother would have been around 17 years old in Return to Mayberry. However, no mention is made of the boy, nor is he seen. Some notorious Mayberry criminals went straight. In the Christmas Story, early in the episode, Andy and Barney sit and read holiday cards. The Ubachers, a trio of brothers locked up in state prison, send one to the cops. We see a close-up of the card, which reads, "Greetings from state prison." Well, the Ubackers must have reformed after 2 decades. Look for Ubackers hardware store and return to Mayberry. They're now businessmen, presumably. And there you go. I've done this one before, but I wanted to do it again because, like I said, everybody was talking in the comments about watching the movie again. So, for you new guys especially. That's all I got for you. I hope you enjoyed this. Today is the day. Please check out Classic Rural Comedies. It's the same link as the Beverly Hillbillies Facts and Trivia. We just changed the name, and we're going to do Rural Comedies over there now. Today it's on Andy Griffith Show. I wanted to start with Andy. And it's actually on Floyd the Barber, Howard McNear, in the Andy Griffith Show. And I think it's a pretty good one myself. So check that out. Please check out Classic Rock and Country Music Facts of Trivia. It is on Waylon Jennings. And Classic TV Facts of Trivia is on Tony Dow of Leave It to Beaver. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Please don't forget to subscribe if you have not yet. And please like this video. You guys have a great day. God bless. And I'm praying for you.